This is a customized action figure of Pedro Pascal as the character of Joel from the HBO TV series The Last of Us. Today I'm going to show you how I put this figure together by combining parts from a few different toys and then making some minor modifications to them. The main piece that I started off with was this head sculpt right here. It's from a 1/6 scale Mandalorian action figure made by a company called Hot Toys. The model number is TMS052. I was able to find the head sculpt by itself on eBay, so I didn't have to purchase the entire figure. It was still quite expensive, but it was a lot cheaper than buying the full action figure package. You can also find other head sculpts of Pedro Pascal on eBay by searching for 1/6 Pedro Pascal. They're a lot cheaper, but in my opinion, they don't look quite as nice as the Hot Toys one. Now, to make it look more like Joel on The Last of Us, I needed to make a few modifications. I first cut off a big chunk of hair in the front, and then I used some epoxy putty to sculpt a new hairstyle on top. I'm not the best sculptor, but I did what I could. I let it sit for a while, and then once the putty had dried, I began painting it. I added multiple layers of gray in several different shades, all over the top of his head, and then I sprayed a protective coating on top to lock in the paint job, and this is how it turned out. Now for the body and the clothing, I found an action figure called The Last Survivor made by CC Toys. This is not an officially licensed figure, but it looks a lot like the character from the video game. There are a couple different versions based on his looks from The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2, but the unfortunate thing is that this figure is quite difficult to find nowadays. I wasn't able to track down a full figure, but I did manage to find some individual pieces of the figure on eBay. Try searching for 1/6 Last Survivor if you're looking for these parts yourself. I found a body, some boots, and some clothes. I also picked up some generic accessories to go along with the figure. And now it was just a matter of assembling the pieces together and dressing up the figure. This neck part is removable, so I took it off and attached the modified Mandalorian head sculpt. And this is it, the finished custom figure. If you look at the height, it stands around 12 inches tall, just like most 1/6 scale figures. I'm planning to use this figure in an upcoming toy photography project, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.